So we're here again at Hi-Fi Hits in Williamsville, New York with Joe, owner.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Yep, gearing up for Record Store Day, Black Friday coming up just 2 days from now. Some really cool releases, and we want to go through a few of them.
Yes. For Black Friday, there's quite a few releases. Normally it's like a miniature version of Record Store Day, but there's quite a few out this year. So I think there's enough for everyone to be happy.
Sure. Yeah. What are you looking at in particular there,
These
Joe?
are first few are ones that I'm personally interested in. I'm a big rockabilly, roots rock kind of fan. So there's this Chris Isaak coming out, and it's Sun Studios. It's based on music from Sun Studios. So I'm kind of curious to hear what kind of music is on here and what it sounds like. But I generally like Chris Isaak anyways. But now I just want to hear his Sun Records sound.
Take on some of that, yeah. Oh, that's cool.
And then also I'm a huge Chuck Berry fan, and this is Chuck Berry's piano player, Johnny Johnson, which they say he's the Johnny behind Johnny Be Good, and they think that Chuck Berry may have learned his style of guitar playing based on Jimmy Johnson's piano style. He tried to copy it on guitar. So I'm curious to hear that one.
That's cool.
But those are two of them that I really want to get. So
nice.
What do you got over here?
Well, a couple of them to start off here. One that I'm definitely considering picking up is a new 4-song EP from Smith & Kotzen. So that's Adrian Smith of Iron Maiden fame and Richie Kotzen, who's probably one of the most underrated guitarists and vocalists in rock. They put out a great album a little bit earlier this year. And here's, I guess, maybe some extra tracks that either didn't make the album or however that worked out. But looking forward to that as a potential pickup this week for sure. I know you got a couple of those in. And then one that I've also kind of got my eye on here. This is just something I used to hear all the time as a kid on the radio. Saigon Kick, right? The Lizard.
That was a big deal when it was on CD, and now
it's
on vinyl.
Yeah, so it's coming out, what is it, Reptilian Green Marble Vinyl. Looks good. Really hard to find the original press of this for sure. So that's definitely one that I've got my eye on for this weekend as well. So we'll have to see. Why don't you take another turn at it, Joe?
Well, these next ones, they're all good ones, but these are more popular ones that we got a lot of calls on, and we got kind of a lot of them, so that's good. We got a Fleetwood Mac. It's alternative live, so they're alternative version of an album that they did. They're just different versions. So we got a lot of Fleetwood Mac. And then we got a lot of this Miles Davis live album we got a lot of calls on. And also Carole King, she was just inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so this is Carole King in concert. We got quite a few calls on this one. And we got a lot of those too, so hopefully we got enough to go around.
There you go, right on. So yeah, the last three that I'm gonna actually wrap up with here too, you've got healthy stock on all of these. First one here, honestly, I missed this one either when the list came out or maybe it was added to it later on. Aerosmith, The Road Starts Here. So these are basically early versions, kind of demos, if you will, before their first album was even recorded.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they had no albums going, and so they did this at someone's house in their basement party. And some of the songs did end up coming out on their first album eventually.
Yeah, a lot of the tracks will be familiar here for sure.
And let me point out that also was released on cassette.
Yep.
We did get a few cassettes.
There you go. We'll take a little tour here as well so we can see where everything's going to be. But definitely some cool songs on here that we know from Aerosmith. Moving Out, Dream On, Mama Kin. That's famously covered by Guns N' Roses back in the day. So that's a cool one.
I can't wait to hear that one too.
Yeah, for sure. That might be the first one I bust open. This one here I've had my eyes on. This was supposed to be part of Record Store Day over the summer and got bumped, which is Mr. Big. If I'm not mistaken, the original pressing of this was supposed to be like 1,500 copies, something just really, really low. And they ended up doing 5,000 copies of it, and I think you might have half of them here. So
I gave the guy a hard time when it didn't come out in July, like he was responsible. And I told him that Mr. Big, there's a Buffalo connection, we're in Buffalo, so I think that got in his head and he really filled my order this time, so I got a lot of them.
Yeah, definitely. So that's one, it'll be here, may not last terribly long, but you definitely have a few. If you're here early enough Friday, it should have no problem at all. And then the last one here I'm super excited about is the third and self-titled Evanescence album that came out, I don't know, 2012 I want to say originally. 2011 I was off. This is a great album. Nice follow-up too, because they put their second album out on a previous record store day earlier this year. I can't remember if it was June or July.
Yeah, I
But they're
think
taking good care of them this year for sure.
Yeah, that last one was super popular, and we ran out by, I think, maybe noon on that day.
Yeah.
So I got even more this time, so hopefully that won't happen.
Yeah, for sure. And this really is just the tip of the iceberg. There's some great stuff in here directly behind us, a bunch of picture discs. I know some of these things I've been seeing. A lot of hype around Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears. There's that debut Iron Maiden album. A few 7-inch singles on here too, right? Billie Eilish, No Time to Die, as well as that. Looks like you got one copy of that Pussifer one.
That's it.
So for Tool fans, Maynard fans, you better be here early.
But someone did call about it too.
Really?
So yeah.
Yeah, so there's one of those. What are the t-shirts all about?
Well, this year they offered some Beatles Let It Be t-shirts, so it wasn't on the regular list. It was like a secondary add-on, and you had a deadline to order it. So I ordered a whole bunch of them. It looks pretty cool. I left them in the package so that they stay nice, but those are limited also. It's a record store day feature.
And what's somebody got to do to grab one of those?
Well, they're just right there, so they just got to show up when we open. And I only put a few of the sizes here, but we have a box of them underneath the table.
All right,
so
cool.
We got enough to go around for a little while.
There you go. Don't knock the table over though.
Yeah.
So.
And then the tables are basically set up with picture discs and a couple of soundtracks and 7-inch and cassettes. And then in the back are the full lengths, and they're all alphabetical. So if you get here and you know what band you want, just go right to that letter. So if you want, something that starts at the end of the alphabet, go more towards the right.
Yep.
And then you should be able to do
go.
it better that way.
And once again, you guys are going to open at 9 o'clock.
Yep, we're going 9 a.m. to staying open till 8, so you got time if you decide you should have got one and you didn't, and you can come back and pick it up.
Yep, awesome. And once again, right, as of a couple of days ago, face masks are going to be required.
Yeah, you gotta have a face mask. It's just something we gotta do. We even got some disposable ones, so if you forgot yours, we got a couple ones we can give you. That's it. Then you still want to kind of stay distant and same rules as before.
Yep. Yeah, we're kind of used to this by now. We've been through a few of these, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Cool. Well, we'll take a quick tour in a moment here and just to kind of get the lay of the land so everybody can kind of see what's here. And looking forward to another awesome record store day, Joe.
All right. Thanks,
Very
Joe.
good.
Thanks
You
for
got it.
coming
Yeah, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, man.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, so quick tour through the stock here. So, as Joe had previously mentioned, a bunch of picture discs and soundtracks. All right, I got that Iron Maiden one. The lights are above us a little bit here. Yeah, Ozzy, No More Tears. You can see that little Dio. Those Beatles shirts there. That's Aerosmith. Nice. What's the other one we got here, Joe?
Brothers.
What's that?
Black Brothers.
Ah.
B-E-T-T.
Got it. All right. And then we got a Pussifer one right there. One copy, don't be mistaken. The rest of that's all Billie Eilish. All right. And the rest of the stock here. I'm not going to go through one at a time, but just to give everybody that's coming a look at where everything's at. Rob Dickinson one, that's good. I've got that on CD. Joe, you had some people looking for Priest, right?
Yes.
That's up in the top there.
They do good all the time.
Yep. Yeah, they're always part of it. Well, there it is. There's Priest. I couldn't get that to focus before. Alrighty.
I think I counted them and I came up with 90 different pieces, so there's 90 different items.
Wow, that's
that
a...
we received. There's actually more available, but we didn't get everything.
Yep. And some of them, they trickle in a little bit after that.
That always happens.
All right. Very good. We'll see everybody on Friday.